You've probably heard that you need to control your salt intake to manage your blood pressure, right? But what if I told you there's another mineral, almost forgotten, that can help lower your blood pressure even better than many medications? It's found in simple, cheap, and accessible foods, yet almost no one talks about it. Potassium. Every day, millions of people take medication to control their blood pressure without realizing that part of the problem lies in an unbalanced diet. The body needs a balance between salt and potassium, but most modern diets are completely off. We eat too much sodium and almost no potassium, and the result is an overworked heart. In this video, you'll discover why potassium is so powerful, how it works in your body, and which foods are the best natural sources of this essential nutrient. And at the end, I'll reveal the most common mistake that makes many people lose potassium every day without even realizing it. Get ready. What you learned today could completely change the way you look at your health.
Ever feel drained halfway through your workout? I used to struggle with energy and slow recovery. Then I found this fast-acting nitric oxide booster. It increases nitric oxide by 200% in just 20 minutes. Just mix, drink, and get moving, so simple. I noticed better circulation and more stamina almost instantly. If you want quicker results, this is a game changer. Try it now and feel the difference in your next session.
Hypertension is known as the silent killer, and for good reason. It doesn't cause pain, it gives no immediate warning signs, yet it slowly wears down the body. It's estimated that more than half of adults over 40 either have high blood pressure or are on the verge of developing it. And the scariest part? Many believe the only solution is medication. But the truth is that in many cases, the root of the problem lies in the imbalance between sodium and potassium. The human body needs both, but in the right proportions. While sodium tends to retain fluids and increase volume inside the arteries, potassium does the opposite. It helps eliminate the excess and keeps the system balanced. The problem is that modern diets are practically a sodium feast. Fast food, ready-made sauces, cold cuts, chips, all loaded with salt. Meanwhile, potassium, which should counterbalance this, has become scarce. The result? Blood has to circulate with more force, arteries constrict, and the heart works twice as hard. It's like having the accelerator stuck at full speed while the brakes are weak. And this is exactly where potassium comes in as a silent hero, capable of restoring the natural balance of blood pressure.
Potassium is one of the most important minerals in the body, yet also one of the most overlooked. It works quietly, controlling vital functions without us even noticing. Inside the body, it's responsible for maintaining fluid balance, regulating heartbeats, assisting in muscle contraction, and even supporting the nervous system. But potassium's most powerful role is in regulating blood pressure. Think of your circulatory system as a network of pipes. Sodium increases the pressure of water inside these pipes, making the walls tighter. Potassium, on the other hand, acts like a relief valve. It helps the body eliminate excess sodium and relaxes the walls of blood vessels. The result is freer circulation, more stable blood pressure, and a heart that's less overworked. Studies show that diets high in potassium are associated with significant reductions in blood pressure, especially in people with hypertension. In other words, when the body has enough potassium, the heart works with less effort. What's even more interesting is that potassium doesn't just affect blood pressure. It also improves glucose metabolism, lowers the risk of stroke, and strengthens the muscular system. It's literally a natural protector for the body. But what happens when this essential mineral starts to run low? That's what you're about to learn, and you might be surprised by the signs your body gives without you even noticing.
Potassium deficiency is more common than it seems, especially in people who consume a lot of salt and few vegetables. When this mineral starts to run low, the body gives subtle signs at first, and ignoring them can be dangerous. The first symptom is usually constant fatigue. This happens because potassium is involved in transporting energy to the cells, and without it, the body is literally running on empty. Another typical sign is muscle weakness or small cramps that appear out of nowhere, especially at night. But the problem goes beyond the muscles. Potassium deficiency also affects the heart. Irregular heartbeats, palpitations, and even a feeling of tightness in the chest can be warnings that the body is out of balance. And the worst part? Blood pressure tends to rise because without enough potassium, sodium starts to dominate the body. Over time, a lack of this essential mineral can compromise the kidneys, cause fluid retention, and even affect mood, since potassium also plays a role in communication between neurons. The scariest part is that many people have low potassium levels without realizing it because they continue eating processed foods, high in sodium and low in minerals. But there's good news. This can be reversed in a simple and natural way just by adjusting what you put on your plate. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about next, these powerful potassium-rich foods.
When it comes to potassium, the first thing many people think of is the banana. And yes, it's a good source, but it's far from the only one. In fact, there are foods that are much richer in this mineral, and some of them are even surprising. Let's start with avocados. Besides being creamy and versatile, they have almost twice the potassium of a banana. And the best part, they're rich in healthy fats, which help protect the heart. Next are potatoes, especially with the skin on. They're true potassium reservoirs, and if boiled or baked, they retain most of the mineral. Another powerful group is leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard. They not only provide potassium, but also magnesium and calcium, three minerals that work together to help balance blood pressure. Beans also deserve a mention. Black beans, white beans, pinto beans, all are rich in potassium and also provide fiber that helps lower cholesterol. And for fruit lovers, papaya and oranges are excellent options, helping maintain hydration and proper muscle function. For those looking for variety, natural yogurt, coconut water, and even tomatoes are great additions to the diet. These foods are easy to incorporate into your routine and help replenish potassium lost through sweat and daily activities. The idea isn't to turn your diet into a list of restrictions, but rather a strategy for balance. Small swaps like replacing a salty snack with a banana or a sugary juice with coconut water can already make a difference. These foods not only supply potassium, but also reduce excess sodium, creating a healthier environment for the heart and the entire circulatory system. Now that you know what to put on your plate, it's time to understand how potassium works in the body and why its effect can be compared to certain medications, but in a much more natural way.
Many people, when discovering the power of potassium, ask themselves, can it replace high blood pressure medications? The answer is more complex than it seems, and it involves understanding that potassium is not a direct substitute, but rather a powerful ally in naturally managing hypertension. Blood pressure medications work in different ways. Some reduce fluid retention, others relax the blood vessels or lower heart rate. Potassium, on the other hand, works in a complementary way. It helps the body eliminate excess sodium through the kidneys, which reduces blood volume and, consequently, blood pressure. Additionally, potassium relaxes the walls of the blood vessels, improving blood flow and decreasing the load on the heart. Several studies show that potassium-rich diets have an effect similar to some mild diuretics, especially in people with mild to moderate hypertension. However, it's crucial to emphasize you should never stop a prescribed treatment without professional guidance. What potassium offers is a natural boost, a support that enhances the effects of medications and, in some cases, may allow for gradual reductions in dosage, always under medical supervision. Think of it as a fine-tuning for your health. While medications control the symptom, potassium helps address the root cause, rebalancing the body from the inside out. And the most amazing part is that this transformation starts in the kitchen, not the pharmacy. In the next chapter, you'll learn exactly how to incorporate potassium into your daily routine with simple examples and strategies that really work without needing to completely change your lifestyle. Now that you understand the importance of potassium and its effect on blood pressure control, It's time to turn that knowledge into action. The good news is you don't need complicated diets or expensive supplements. Small, daily changes can make a huge difference. The first step is to include potassium-rich fruits and vegetables in every meal. A breakfast with banana or papaya, a lunch with sweet potato and spinach, and a snack with avocado or plain yogurt, for example, already provide a good supply of this essential mineral. Variety is key because different foods offer different forms of potassium, which the body absorbs more efficiently when combined. Another simple strategy is to replace processed drinks with coconut water. Besides hydrating, it replenishes essential electrolytes, including potassium, and helps reduce excess sodium. Avoiding ultra-processed foods and fast food is also crucial because they provide little potassium and are high in sodium, which counteracts the mineral's beneficial effects. Daily habits matter too. Drinking enough water helps the kidneys balance sodium and potassium, while excessive coffee and alcohol should be limited since they increase potassium loss in the body. Finally, small swaps in your meals can have a huge impact. Replacing white bread with roasted sweet potato or swapping packaged juice for fresh fruit can make a significant difference over time. With these strategies, you not only keep your blood pressure under control, but also strengthen your heart, muscles, and nervous system, creating a solid foundation for natural, sustainable health. Now that you know how to include potassium in your daily routine, let's look at the most common mistakes that can cancel out all these benefits.
Even when consuming potassium-rich foods, many people can't fully reap the benefits due to common habits that sabotage the mineral in the body. Understanding these mistakes is essential for keeping blood pressure under control. The main culprit is excess sodium. It competes with potassium, causing the body to retain fluids and raising blood pressure. Eating ultra-processed foods, adding too much salt, and using packaged condiments can cancel out part of potassium's positive effects. Another common mistake is dehydration. Drinking too little water makes the body hold on to sodium and flush out potassium, disrupting the natural balance. Even if you exercise, failing to stay properly hydrated means you lose some potassium through sweat. Excessive coffee and alcohol consumption also interfere. Both increase potassium loss through the kidneys, making it harder for the mineral to act as a blood pressure regulator. Finally, using certain medications without medical supervision, such as diuretics or laxatives, can drastically reduce potassium levels. That's why it's important to monitor mineral balance with healthcare professionals. The key is simple. Combine adequate potassium intake, proper hydration, and reduction of factors that cause potassium loss. Small changes can prevent all your dietary efforts from going to waste. In the next chapter, you'll learn how potassium works alongside medications, strengthening the heart and enhancing blood pressure control. Potassium is undoubtedly one of the heart's greatest natural allies. It helps balance sodium, relaxes blood vessels, and strengthens the entire circulatory system, reducing the heart's workload and contributing to more stable blood pressure. With small daily changes, choosing potassium-rich foods, staying hydrated, and avoiding habits that lower it, you can see concrete results in just a few weeks. This isn't about replacing medications without medical guidance, but rather complementing your body's care in a natural and sustainable way. Now it's up to you. Start by including 1 or 2 of these potassium sources in your daily routine. Try swapping ultra-processed foods for fruits, vegetables, or coconut water. And if this video helped you understand the importance of potassium, share it with someone who also wants to manage their blood pressure in a healthy way. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give a like so you won't miss the next videos with more health tips. See you next time.